Hi there, I'm Sue Elvis from the blog Stories of an Unschooling Family. Welcome to my It's Not a Periscope. This is my second one. I'm come back. I'm going to have another go at making a video. The last one wasn't too badly received, was it, Sophie?
No.
People did watch it, so I'm going to have another go. Very kind friends I've got came over and left quite a few nice comments on Facebook, have encouraged me to invite you into our home yet again. Talk about a few things. I think we might talk about pictures and creativity today. What do you think, Sophie?
Sounds like a good
I've
idea.
got Sophie, my daughter Sophie, behind the camera today helping me make this video. So we had a couple of problems with the last one. Do you think, Sophie?
Yeah.
And what were they? First of all, I think I talked too fast. Poor Sophie couldn't keep up with me with the camera. I kept saying, show people this and show people that. And she kept swinging the camera around. And before she had actually shown you what I was talking about, I was talking about something completely different, wasn't I? And so you were whizzing around the house with the camera, panning really fast. I think everybody must have got a very blurry vision of our home. So what I want to do today is take it a bit slower. Make it easier for Sophie to keep up with me. There was another problem too, that was the light, yes? I kept standing in awkward places and Sophie had to keep filming with the light directly into the camera, which made me not very visible, which was probably a good thing, do you think, Sophie? Not to be able to see me, but just to hear me feels safer like it does for podcasting, but it's not the greatest picture to have all the light coming from the wrong direction. So we might think about that a bit more, and Sophie might tell me to get into a better position if she notices. Well, I hope she will. So anyway, what are we going to talk about today? Well, did you notice that we have quite a few pictures on the wall of our home? You might not have noticed as we are rushing through, but we do have a lot of pictures because I love pictures. Now, for 25 years we lived in rental homes and I couldn't bang nails into walls. We could only have the same number of pictures on the walls as we had picture hooks that were already there when we moved in. And I longed to fill up my house with beautiful pictures. So we've bought this house, our very first house that we have owned. We've been here, it's about 7.5 years now, but the first thing I did was bang a lot of picture hooks into the walls and put pictures up. And I want to show you a couple of those as we're going around. And I want to talk a little bit about creativity, art, a mother's passions. So does that sound okay, Sophie?
Yeah.
Will you be able to help me film that? So what I want to do first, I want to go over to that wall over there, I think, Sophie. You can show people the pictures on the walls over there. And I want to show you one picture in particular. So just start at the end. What have we got over there? We've got Thomas, a photo of Thomas at the end there. Then we've got a picture I picked up from Vinnie's second-hand picture, which it's always lovely, isn't it, to go to a second-hand store and find something that you particularly like. It feels like a real bag and a real treasure. Then we've got two more things that to do with Thomas over there. We've got his cross-stitch that I did for him after he died. And next we have a print of Our Lady of Guadalupe, which is very special to us because it was given to me by a fellow bereaved mother. I cross-stitched a picture for her baby that died and she gave me this print in return. But the one I really want to talk about is the next one. So I'm going to move along here, Sophie, so that you can get me. So I'll look face on. How's that? Is the light better that way?
Yeah.
Okay, you want to zoom in and show people that picture before I start talking? Just move forward and talk. Can you see that picture?
Yeah.
Now that was painted by my sister, well it wasn't painted, was it? It was drawn by my sister Vicky, who is a spectacular artist. She can do magic with her pencils. I can only dream about it. I can only do stick figures and things. When I watch people drawing or painting, yeah, I feel like it's magic, because I can't do that. Anyway, what did I want to say about that? I wrote a blog post about the problem of being a creative mother once, many years ago. And I think that this is a problem with mothers, creative mothers, is that at certain periods of our lives we can't do or we'd like to do. We have a lot of interests, a lot of passions, and at some points we have to put those aside to see to the needs of, say, our babies. It's just not possible to do everything we'd like to do. And yes, I have a poem about that. Oh, my poem is gone. I had it earlier. But it's a poem by Jan Owens. I think it's called A Woman Gathering Lemons. And it describes a mother, a pregnant mother, who feels very sad that she can't create. She sees the colours in the leaves outside and the trees, and she yearns to get her paintbrushes out and create. And then her little toddler comes along and puts his arms around her, and she realizes that there's nothing more beautiful than children. Yes, she'll be able to create again one day, but at the moment, all her attention should be focused on her children. And in those children, she gets a lot of satisfaction. Children are beautiful. They are a wonderful creation of their own. I really love the poem. But, of course, there are times when mothers can create, and we can fit in a little bit of our passions, put a little bit of time aside for our passions here and there. We can do more sometimes than we imagine. I was thinking about doing things in little steps, and I've heard of mothers who've written books in 10-minute periods. They get 10 minutes here and 10 minutes there, and they work at it, and over a longer period of time, they actually write a book. And this is very inspiring, because sometimes I think we think, oh, I haven't got time to do that, and we do have little bits of time. So that's just a few thoughts, and I have a blog post that I didn't write, somebody else wrote, Sarah wrote it, and she's going to share that with people in my next newsletter. And I would also like to share people's YouTube channel, other mothers' creative interests in my newsletter, such as Kelly's YouTube channel. And so I'm putting that together in my newsletter. So if you haven't subscribed to my newsletter, I wonder why, you could go over to my blog, Stories of an Unschooling Family, and in the sidebar is a sign-up form. So I hope you'll join me, because I would like to connect us all together through my newsletter, share what other unschoolers are doing, share ideas, share our own passions, give encouragement to each other. Right, I think I've spoken enough about that, Sophie. Oh, I was going to show you something I made. Hey, look, we're over here. I know I'm going to go too fast for you, Sophie. I don't create many things apart from words and virtual things, but look, I did create something there. Do you like that? Red work, embroidery. I made that for my grandmother, who has the same birthday as me, 30th of April. She was born in 1913, and I made that for one of her birthdays. And red work is a wonderful and fairly easy thing to do. You can sit there with just one colour, and children can do it as well. You've done a number of these, haven't you, Sophie?
Yeah.
I've got a blog post about that on my blog, obviously. And it's just a nice, relaxing way to do a bit of creativity. Create without a lot of money. This is just, what is this, Sophie? It's fabric. It's gone out of my head.
Cotton?
No, it's not cotton. Oh, it's gone out of my head. I'm getting old. Anyway, just cheap fabric and some red cotton or red thread, and you can make wonderful things that you can frame. It's a lovely thing for children to do. One more thing I want to talk about, Sophie. Come this way. We're going to go through to the kitchen area. We're going to go this way. I want to talk about artworks. Am I positioned right, Sophie?
Yeah.
Paintings. Not my paintings, not my sister's paintings, but paintings like this one on the wall. Do you want to swing around, Sophie? Yeah, that one there. Vermeer. Girl with a pearl earring. Now, we had a period where I printed out a lot of paintings. I got files on the internet. Just found a high quality big file on the internet. There's lots and lots of sites you can find these files, and I printed them out, and I've been framing them, or I did, didn't I? Put one in a frame on the wall just there at child height, but you're all getting taller than me, but the idea is that it catches your eye as you walk by. I actually did a little description to who the painting was. I used to have this on the wall next to the paintings there. Took that down quite a while ago because I think we knew what the painting was, didn't we? We didn't need it anymore. And what happened when I put a painting on the wall like that was it encouraged us to talk about it, didn't it? Do you remember some conversations we had about various paintings that I put on the wall? So
yeah.
It sort of got us talking. We wanted to know more about the painting because, of course, the painting is right next to our dining table here. And we had quite a lot of conversations over dinner about the paintings that I'd strewn on the wall. And there's a blog post about that. What happened when I strewed a painting on the wall. It's one of my really most popular posts. It's in the top 10. I'm a bit surprised about that, but I guess some people thought it was a good idea. So, we haven't done that for a while, have we? Haven't printed any new paintings out recently.
No.
Maybe we should, and I think that's one thing, is that we can't do everything all the time. Some things are popular now, and then we lose interest in them, and we move on to other things capture our imagination, and then sometimes we come the full circle back again. And I'm just thinking, it'd be nice to go and get another painting, wouldn't it? Change that one on the wall. Find something else that we like and start a new conversation. So I might do that. What do you think? Would you like to do that, Sophie?
Yeah.
I might go have a look at some more paintings. And other things come and go, like Shakespeare as well. We'll have a Shakespeare period, won't we?
Yeah.
And then we'll sort of be filled up on Shakespeare, feel satisfied, and we'll move on to something else. And it all comes back again. The other thing I want to show you for there is these little cards. I did some little small versions. All the girls wanted to keep a collection of the paintings that I've been putting up on the wall. So I made little ones as well, and these are all individual collections of cards, our painting cards. Did you like those?
Yeah.
So, and on the back, they've got a description of what they are. So, I like that idea. I've read a blog post about that one too. Do you think I could put those in some notes, Sophie?
Pardon?
Some notes. Do you think that periscopes have show notes?
I don't think most do.
You don't think most do? I'm not too familiar with it. But as this is not a periscope and we're making up the rules for ourselves, we could make some show notes, couldn't we?
Yeah.
I could put them on my blog. I could put that poem by Jan Owens on there, a link to it. I could put the links to these blog posts. Anything else I think about. Well, do you think people are watching this, Sophie? Do you think they're enjoying our second edition of our It's Not a Periscope?
I hope that are.
I'll say hello to a few people just in case some people are watching. Kelly and Amber and Sue Ann and Nancy, Carla. See, I've remembered a few more names today. Must be feeling relaxed. Now, I did have one question. One question came from my last It's Not a Periscope. And that came from Kim, and she wants to see where I blog and where I podcast. And that's rather frightening. One of those questions is rather frightening. If you just swing round, Sophie, you can show people where I blog. Because I blog over there on that sofa. See where the cat's sitting? The cat just got my seat, hasn't she?
Yeah.
She likes to sit with me curled up. But there's my computer there, and that's where I like to blog. I have got a desk in my bedroom, but I prefer to blog in the middle of the action. It doesn't seem to bother me what's going on around me. I can even blog with the piano going. But the podcast, where I podcast, I can't do that here because it's got to be quiet. So I do that in my bedroom, but I'm not really brave enough to show you that area today because my desk is a real mess. I think I'll have to clean up before I do that. What do you think, Sophie? Can I leave that one to another time? And we'll pop our heads round my bedroom door another day and show Kim my setup for podcasting. I'll keep that one for another time. Alright, I think we will. Alright, that's all I want to talk about today. I think a few lighty things, creative things. So if you haven't signed up for my newsletter and would like to, please do, because I'm putting together a new edition and that should be out within a few days' time, if not already by the time you watch this. What else? Show notes on my blog, Stories of an Unschooling Family. So I want to thank you, Sophie, for being my camera again today. And I hope that we've done a bit better this time as far as lighting and things goes.
And camera angle.
And camera angle? Yeah. And I'd like to thank people for watching the first one. I hope there's a lot of people watching this one as well. Anyway, I'm Sue Elvis, and I would like to say goodbye for now, and I hope you'll come back next time to watch another It's Not a Periscope.